Hi everyone, wonderful morning to all. See, yesterday also the Nifty has respected the 25,025 level with 1 point of shorting. 25,024 was the what it actually signals. Yes, of course, those were all following our behavior based analysis and output we are providing with the levels and strategies and are being discussed in the everyday's meeting. How accurately it is giving response to the levels as well as the trend. That was the proof yesterday also the Nifty and Sensex witnesses. Though it was an expiry for the Sensex weekly options and futures, there was not that much of volatility based activities. However, the range bound actions was seen there, and because of that, in terms of Nifty's value, the 25,025 again held by it. But more importantly, what we should notice based on the yesterday's trend means, yes, of course, the 25,145 has a significant interim range shift zone has been respected in the way of closing above that particular level. So because of that, the second consecutive close above the same level would be, as per our concept, should be there. If it is not making that, there may not be the trend reversal or trend change can be expected. But in the way, we can expect some good activities about holding this 25,145 for the day also, as it is going to close the week, the final day of the trading session. The 25,145, if it closes, means that also can be taken as a close for the entire week about 25,145, which rarely happens, and not in particular to the level of 145 we are telling. Consecutive close above or below any significant close, if it is happening for a week, means that action is actually very rare thing to be happen. So that is can be expected in today's trend by closing about 25,145. Let's see what happened. But because of this caution is being maintained on the Indian indices in the way of getting rejected while it is trying to approach near the resistance zones of 25,200, where one should be very cautious as the behavior is suggesting the same and the not having any changes in that kind of behavioral activities. So one should be reducing the positions until otherwise it is decisively breaking. Even in the opening session itself, it should move about 25,200 or 250 zone. Then only the 25,500 can be easily expected. Otherwise, it may be a cautious one for the Nifty until it is getting decisively closing above the 25,200. This is what the important positional based strategy we should follow. So the day traders can aware if it is trying to struggle and could not move above the level of 25,200, means where one should actually aware that the selling based or sell on rise based activities may be again continuing. Like in case if it is breaking in the opening session itself, what would be the result for the market can be discussed in the preview of the market. So these are all the things based on the yesterday's session and till the dates the market's witnesses and given as a proof against our behavioral analysis based outputs. And for the 10th October 2025, the market's opening trend would be on the, of course, a quiet manner. And this has now become very normal for the market, opening in a flat or a very sluggish trend. These are all only because of the global cues that are all actually reflecting the same kind of activities or otherwise in the mixed way, not allowing any phased opening or a gap up or down kind of opening in the recent sessions. So that is why the Indian markets are also following the same for the opening session. But after opening, it should be noted, in case the Nifty opens above 25,200 levels, then only we can consider the bullish trend with the aim of forming the next leg of rally towards the 25,500, even about 25,700 also. But for that and all, one should actually notify for your existing positions, or otherwise if you want to enter freshly, means that decisive close at least in the time frames of 1 hour starting with this till the daily frame also. One can watch out whether this 25,145 above close is retained and 25,200 above open is given. Like these conditions are met, one can actually consider the bullish run is going to be continued with an aim of positional based level of 25,500 to 700 zones. But for the day traders, what can be done? In case the scenario of opening above 25,200 if happens, means any dip if it is giving till it is actually holding the 25,025 level can be utilized like entering for the fresh position or even for the accumulation purpose, because the opening about 25,200 would be the signal for getting further strength even though the market retraced or receded. So that is the way to approach the market by the day traders today. But provided it is not opening about 25,200, but in the way of consolidating wherever it is opening, that is also good for the Nifty as of now, because it is holding 25,025 as a support. Until it is holding opening anywhere between 25,025 or 25,200 means the thing would be noted that the consolidation may be taking place and time delay may be happening to until it is actually breaking the 25,200 zone. So between these ranges, without only concentrating the index based options or futures, it would be better to concentrate on sector specific stocks, what we have been mentioned in the report, and also going to discuss that. So there the individual stock based opportunities can be found, and you can get benefit over that by trading or taking the informed decision on the trading. So that is what the second scenario we can discuss. But provided if it is breaking below 25,025, that break also should not happen hereafter. Yesterday it has actually happened about to 1 point, that was the low of 25,024. Anyhow, today if it is trying to break that low or yesterday low, whatever the thing may be, it should not break 25,025 again. If it is giving that break, means you can get the knowledge about the market's movement based on the behavioral analysis, that the market may be anticipated towards 24,915 as we mentioned in the yesterday's report as support. There the Nifty can be expected to reach. Why? Because of the follow through actions in terms of buying, even though the markets are actually standing in the way of attracting the buying zone, so that it may try to adjust itself to reach the support zones. We'll see whether the buying interest is actually arising or not. So for that purpose, the 24,915 can be expected. But three kind of scenarios has been discussed till now, and for this particular upside momentum and all, if it is happening, the reason may be because of the IT index. So afterwards, it would be the continuation of the bullish trend in the metal index. So these two index may be driving the majority of the long sides or long side oriented movement on the Nifty. And if it is doing so, other sectors like capital goods, energy also may be joining with these two primary sectors. Even though the pharmaceutical and healthcare, why we have mentioned here in today's image, it has actually technically got some cushion to hold the gains and to move further also. So that also can be on selective stock basis approached, particularly from the healthcare side, hospitals and diagnostic laboratories oriented stocks can be focused. Even the finance and the bank companies also can be expected to drive the growth of the markets in today's trend. Anyhow, the options for making the bigger movement in the either side is very low, so that it can be treated as a secondary kind of sectors that can be focused. On the stocks front, based on the results announced by Tata Consultancy Service, the shares of TCS would be in focus, and that may be holding the whole day's moment in the IT index. Along with the Tata Elxsi also, that also announced its results yesterday. Along with that, the momentum-based continuity may be expected on the Infosys, HCL Technologies kind of stocks. So the IT stocks would be in a spotlight today, anyhow. And Mahindra, ICICI Prudential Life, Hindustan Zinc, NTPC Green Energy, Multi Commodity Exchange, MCX, PG Electrofins. These are all the stocks the day traders can actually concentrate to get better opportunity in terms of trading amongst many. From the corporate earnings side, today we can focus the stocks based on the company's announcement of Elcon Engineering, Vari, Renewable Energies or Technologies, and Indo Solar and YAS High Voltage. These are all the popular companies amongst many announcing their quarterly results for the September ending. Keep the stop loss on every transactions, since the market is not having a clear trend, but anyhow the bullish trend is still held by the market. Even though the bullish trend is being held by the market, it would be better to maintain a rigorous stop loss on both sides of transaction, either it is a bullish or a bearish or a short or long, whatever may be. So only we are keep insisting to keep the stop loss kind of approaches strictly to protect your capital as well as to enjoy good risk and reward ratio. So that's it from today's space about the pre-market session. Hope you all enjoying behavior-based analysis. We are producing and giving the outputs to make you all take the informed decisions on the trading. This may be the another proof what we have predicted for the day of the 10th October today. Let's see what is going to happen. Until then, we can sign off. The pre-market outlook session next will be conducted on Monday. So the 13th of October, we will be meeting again in the same session to discuss about the market behavior. Thank you for participating in today's session. Have a prosperous day. Bye-bye.